If you operate a commercial real estate firm, a specialized law practice, or an accounting group here in the South Bay, you know the cost of client acquisition is steep. You are dealing with high-ticket services, where trust is the only currency that matters. But you are also dealing with clients who are moving fast. Decision-makers have almost zero patience when evaluating complex service providers. Long before visiting your website or filling a contact form, they are already vetting you. They ask AI engines for recommendations and skim through short video clips to get a feel for how you think. If your firm does not have a searchable video footprint to answer those initial queries, you suffer from the digital ghost problem. You are completely excluded from the pre-qualification phase. Many firms try to solve this by commissioning one highly produced corporate promo video. They spend a fortune, embed it on their homepage, and wait.
But a single static video does not answer specific client questions, and it rarely shows up when a prospect searches for a niche solution. A polished video that nobody can find is expensive decoration. Digital visibility requires turning your actual expertise into an active, searchable asset. This creates a real operational dilemma. You know you need a consistent video presence, but you likely feel stuck between hiring an overpriced marketing agency or dealing with a frustrating, messy DIY setup in your own office. This checklist outlines the B2B buyer's journey before signing a high-ticket contract. First, they execute a broad search query. Next, they validate leads by watching short clips and reading text. Finally, they compare options and watch a long-form podcast to gauge your true authority. Notice what is missing from this list. At no point is a serious buyer looking for a trend-chasing viral video. Entertainment at the top of the funnel won't close a commercial lease or a legal retainer. To win this buyer, you have to stop treating video as a sporadic social media campaign. You need a structure designed specifically to intercept these exact search queries. This chart maps out your production options, weighing the internal effort a strategy requires against the external authority it actually generates. Setting up a smartphone in your office has a low barrier to entry, but for high-ticket services, it completely fails to project the credibility your clients demand. You could try building an in-house professional setup. That yields high authority, but it creates massive operational drag. You end up buying cameras, tweaking lighting, and troubleshooting audio instead of running your business. The alternative is a turnkey studio partner like Voxel Micro Video Labs. By renting an existing 4K multi-camera infrastructure, you remove the operational friction entirely while maximizing your credibility. In specialized fields like law, accounting, or commercial real estate, this visual quality acts as a direct trust signal. If you attempt to fake premium authority on a poor quality webcam, you actively damage your brand's reputation during that critical comparison phase. Prospects associate cheap audio and bad lighting with a lack of attention to detail. Professional studio production provides a functional safeguard for your brand trust, systematically reducing friction throughout the sales cycle. Quality visuals get you in the door, but we need to look at the hidden mechanics of how search engines actually evaluate and rank your content. Search systems rely on intent metadata. They scan your titles, read your specific transcripts, and analyze your contextual descriptions to match your video with the exact questions buyers are asking. A disciplined 50-minute structured podcast excels here. It naturally forces you to cover the exact, nuanced subtopics and precise vocabulary that real buyers type into search bars. Compare that to a typical unstructured recording. Rambling conversations create noise. A structured approach creates distinct, organized answers. Search engines actively penalize a lack of message discipline. If you use vague titles, internal corporate jargon, or stray off topic, the system simply will not index your content. AI recommendation tools and search algorithms reward direct, precise answers over clever marketing spin. A Voxel Studio session produces a durable sales asset, shifting the ROI from a one-time marketing spend to long-term business value. The goal is to build a permanent media library, rather than launching a temporary campaign that disappears into a social feed after 48 hours. One long-form recording session multiplies your output. A single focused conversation yields short-form clips for awareness, transcript-based text assets for search indexing, and outbound collateral for sales teams. One core asset fractures into a complete multi-platform ecosystem, accelerating your reach without demanding more of your time. A structured media library gives you predictability. It eliminates the wasted hours and the weekly panic of your team asking, "What should we post today?" More importantly, these assets actively work to pre-qualify your leads. They answer baseline questions and demonstrate your competence before a prospect ever books a consultation. The true return on investment from a voxel recording session is measured in the hours saved by your sales team and the sheer speed at which a prospect trusts you. This matrix breaks down who sees a positive return on investment from a premium studio partnership and who should look elsewhere. If your model relies on chasing daily viral trends, scripting ads, or mass consumer entertainment, this approach is a poor fit. Even the highest multi-camera production quality cannot rescue a company that lacks genuine subject matter expertise or strong market positioning. The ideal fit is entirely different. We are looking for South Bay commercial real estate groups, law firms, specialized logistics operators, and local market leaders. This specific group benefits most because their clients demand attributable proof of thinking. They need to see your expertise in action before they sign a high-value contract. For organizations where reputation and deep credibility drive the revenue, Voxel Micro Video Labs functions as an incredibly efficient sales engine. Search is moving aggressively toward richer, context-heavy answers. Buyers want highly visible proof of your expertise. Success comes from packaging your existing knowledge into an accessible, searchable format that buyers can actually find and use. A professional studio environment inherently provides that premium, undeniable authority to anyone watching. By stepping into a specialized local studio, you get to focus purely on your expertise. We handle the cameras, the studio lighting, and search mechanics. The future of local market dominance belongs to the brands that treat every strong conversation as a structured, search-ready asset.